Hey, what is going on, guys? It's Young here, and today I'm back in a Fortnite video. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys my updated settings after the Fortnite nerf to aim assist. I'm going to show you guys all the settings I use that I feel like are the best for building, editing, and also aiming. So I'm going to show you guys the current settings that I have. I'm going to be showing you guys every single setting and also binds that I use, because I know a lot of you guys have asked me what are my new settings after the update, because you guys know I probably changed a couple things. So I made a couple changes that I feel like are going to help me out drastically, and I'm going to share with you guys those changes in this video. And real quick before we get into the video, up on the screen I have the V-Buck giveaway winner of this week. Every single Friday I give away 2,000 V-Bucks. So if you guys want a chance to enter my next giveaway and win 2,000 free V-Bucks, all you guys have to do is to drop a like on this video. Make sure you guys do subscribe to the channel. Also, make sure you guys do turn on those post notifications so you guys get notified for every single new video. And lastly, comment down below either your Xbox gamer tag, your PSN gamer tag, or Epic account, and you guys will be automatically entered into the next giveaway. And also, if you guys like to support me in the item shop, all you guys have to do is go down to the bottom, click on support a creator, type in my code. My creator code is Young Humor, and you guys will have me added and supported as a creator. And alright guys, let's get right to the video. Alright, so in this video, I wanted to give you guys all the current settings that I'm using here in Fortnite because of the new update with the aim assist nerfed. I did change a few settings, and I'm going to specify which settings those are and explain to you guys exactly why I changed those settings. And if you guys are looking for some new settings to try out, I do recommend the settings that I have. I think they're very, very good. They're a little bit on the faster end for building and editing, but overall, I think they are very good settings for the majority of you players. So let's get into the settings that I have. I'm going to show you guys every single setting that I have in this game so you guys know exactly what I have. So obviously I play PC with controller, 240 FPS, all the type of stuff. For my colorblind setting, I have it down on the last one. I have that on 4. It makes the game pop just a little bit more, makes everything just a little bit brighter. So that's why I have it on that setting. Not really a big, game changer, whatever, for colorblind settings, but that's what I am running if you guys were curious. Now, as far as my graphic quality settings, this obviously only applies if you're on PC. Have my view distance on far, everything else on off. I kind of do like having textures on like medium or high, but usually when I stream it takes up a little bit FPS, so I turn everything on low. And then down here I have motion blur off, VSync off, and all that type of stuff. Nothing really too interesting. So going to my game settings, these are a few things you want to change. Auto open doors, you want to for sure have this setting on. It makes it easier, so when you're editing, if you accidentally mess off your edit, you can still open the door right away, so it doesn't slow you down when you're build fighting. You want to have auto sort consumables to the right. You definitely want to have this on. It basically puts your minis in the far slots when you first pick them up. I think that's really good. Confirm edit on release. I do currently have this setting on. It definitely feels faster editing when you have it off, but the thing with having it on, it saves up. It basically saves you from having an extra confirm bind when you are building, which is just an absolute game changer for me, because I moved one of my paddles. I moved it from confirm. I moved that to my pickaxe button. I have found that's been a lot more effective for me. So replays, you obviously want to have this setting off. I forgot to turn it off when I was getting a thumbnail and creative. So obviously you want to have these off. This will, if you feel like you're having FPS problems, you want to turn this setting off. Now, as far as the HUD scale, you want to have it obviously lower than 100. This makes like your minimap and your guns smaller, which means you can see a lot more on your screen. I would say anything between like an 80% and maybe like an 85% is going to be very good, whatever feels the best. But you definitely want to have it below 100 because you can see a little bit more on your screen. So here are the controller options and the sensitivities that I currently am running. So vibration, obviously you have that setting off. It's very, very helpful having it off. It makes everything a lot more consistent. Going into my build mode multiplier, I have it on a 2.1. And then for my editing multiplier, I have it on a 2.3. And then for my sensitivities, my look horizontal speed and my vertical horizontal speed are 48% on both. So I have a 1.2 building, a 2.3 editing, and then a 48% for my horizontal and vertical sensitivity. Now this definitely, as far as building and editing, is definitely on the higher end. It's going to feel very, very fast. So if you do like a faster sensitivity for building and editing, I feel like this sensitivity is going to be perfect for you. And the reason why I have my sensitivity so high, and that is going to be because the people that I'm fighting are the biggest sweats ever in pubs because of skill-based matchmaking. And when you're tunneling, it's very, very important that you can build and edit very quickly. Obviously, these builds are going to be a little bit sloppy, but you guys can get my point. When I'm building around, you guys can see how fast I'm able to maneuver from box to box, and also how fast I'm able to get off my wall edits, my floor edits, my stair edits. Everything is extremely quick close range, so I need to build and edit very fast to get out of a box. Maybe I'm getting spammed, or I need to move very quickly. I'm able to with no problems, just because I have an extremely high building and editing sensitivity. Now obviously, if you feel like you can't control a sensitivity, I would recommend maybe a 1.9 building and a 2.1 editing. I feel like that's a good balance as well, but I really do enjoy having this very high building and editing sensitivity, because I'm able to maneuver around boxes extremely effectively and extremely quickly without too many problems. And also having that auto open door feature makes it easy in case I mess up my edit. I'm still able to get out of the box very fast. So that's why I have a very high sensitivity for building and editing. Now I do like having a 48%, and I think opposed to my previous settings, I do believe I had a 50% X and Y sensitivity, so a 50% vertical and horizontal. And the reason why I moved it down is because of the aim assist nerfed. I wanted to play on a lower sensitivity because I felt like my aim was just not right where I wanted it, so I moved my X and Y sensitivity down 2 points, which I found to be a very helpful thing for myself. I'm able to hit way more shots when it comes to flick shots. When it comes to SMG shots, I feel like I have way more control over my aim, and I do feel like I'm able to hit way more shots much more consistently playing on a 48% as opposed to a 50% after this aim assist nerf. And for all the boost, I always have my boost off. I don't use any sort of boost on anything. And so going into my ADS sensitivity, my aim down sight sensitivity, I have it on a 10% on both. I believe this was a little bit lower than opposed to my previous settings. So if you guys can see the trend, every single time that they try to do something to aim assist, or if I feel like my aim isn't good enough, I always lower my sensitivity. So I believe last time I was either on like 11, 12, or 13%. Now I am down on a 10%. I feel like this is the sweet spot when it comes to hitting my shots close range ADS, and also at the same time having control and being able to hit shots long range without too much difficulty. Obviously with the aim assist nerf, it makes it just a little bit tricky because it's not as sticky when it comes to locking on or tracking, but definitely playing on a lower sensitivity has helped me out quite a bit. So I am on a 10% on both. Obviously no boost, no look damping time. I'm on a linear setting, then 100% aim assist strength. And it blows my mind. I've actually seen a bunch of controller cucks who have turned down their aim assist strength because they say, you know what, it's kind of unfair. I think aim assist is unfair. Let me turn this setting. I've actually seen it before. Blows my mind. I've actually seen it before. So keep it on 100%. I can't even believe I have to stress that, but keep it on 100%. Controller dead zone, a 10% on your look stick dead zone, and 10% on your move stick dead zone. That's just the dead zones that I have. And foot controller, I have this setting off. If you want to have the best aim possible, have it off. And if you want to maybe focus or prioritize editing and building, I would recommend having foot controller on. And I think it was a couple weeks ago I made a full video on foot controller, kind of how it worked and all that kind of good stuff. But I do have it off. If it makes your aim a little bit more precise, you're able to hit your shots from long range and ADS a lot better. So I feel like my aim is significantly better playing with foot controller off as opposed to on. So those are pretty much all the settings that I currently have. I'm also going to show you the binds that I have. So those are the sensitivities that I have. And I really do like the new, I used to play on a little bit of like a medium sensitivity for building and editing, but ever since I switched it up to like a 2.1 and a 2.3, I really do like how fast it is. I'm able to build and edit very quickly without having too many issues. Obviously there can be some downsides to editing fast, like if you overcorrect you can miss a lot more shots, but I feel like the advantages of a fast building and editing sensitivity kind of outweigh the negative just on the way I play and my playstyle. So these are the current sensitivities that I have been running ever since the nerf on aim assist. I wanted to give it like 2 days to really get the sensitivity that I like. So these are settings I'm going to be having for a very long time. These are just my binds if you guys are curious. I have 4 paddles on my controller. And so these are all the binds that I have. So if you guys want to know what the paddle loadout is, so if my bottom right paddle, my bottom right, I have that as my build. I have my top right as my editing. I have my bottom left as jump, and my upper left as my pickaxe. So I have my right on the D-pad and that is going to be my edit button, which is the top right paddle. My toggle pickaxe is binded to the left on the D-pad, which is my upper left paddle. My switch mode is binded to B, which is my bottom right paddle, and then jump is bound to A, and that is my bottom left paddle. So these are the binds that I have currently when it comes to the paddles, and you can kind of see the loadout, my build controls. If you guys want to see the rest of my settings, these are just what I have. I have my trap picker, place, interact, I have that on left stick, so when I'm placing launch pads, that is what I press to do so. My change material / trap, I have that on X. Obviously, it would be a lot better if I could have it on a paddle, but I have it on X. It's not that big of a deal. My edit controls, my confirm button is on my left trigger, and my reset button is on the right analog stick down. So these are my build, combat, edit, control. These are all the binds that I have and exactly which paddle they're bound to. Like I mentioned, I'll just say it again. Bottom right is my build, my top right is my editing, my bottom left is my jump, and my upper left is my pickaxe. Those are the binds that I have and what they're mapped to. So these are all the settings that I currently have. Hopefully this video helped you guys out when it came to choosing the best settings for you. Obviously, if you guys want to just know the settings that I have, these are the settings that I found to be the best after the update. So basically what I did is I lowered my X and Y sensitivity, I lowered my aim down sight sensitivity, and then I raised my building and editing to be very, very fast when it came to close quarter box fights. So that's pretty much all the things I did to my sensitivity. And with that being said, that's going to wrap it up for this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, if you guys liked it, make sure you guys smash that like button. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel if you guys aren't already. Make sure you guys do turn on notifications so you guys get notified for every single new video. And as well, I do live stream every single day here on this channel at 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So if you guys haven't seen my live streams or just forgot when I live stream, every single day here on this channel at 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, I live stream. So definitely come by my live streams. Make sure you guys have post notifications on so you guys can see exactly when I'm going live. But with that being said, I appreciate you guys watching the video. And alright guys, I will see you next video.